I'm really hungry and I'm about to make a turkey sandwich. After the sandwich, I want to talk about this book that I've been reading. It's called Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's part of like a 3-book series. Obstacle is the way, ego is the enemy, stillness is the key. I'm currently on the 2nd book, Ego is the enemy. I finished Obstacle is the way and I wrote down a whole bunch of notes. Let's make a sandwich first. I just washed my hair and it's drying and I try to air dry it as much as possible. In the meantime, I'm having my turkey sandwich. 2 pieces of bread toasted with some mayo, turkey deli, and then I have barbecue chips on the side. I like to put a lot of mayo in my sandwich because I don't really put cheese, tomato, lettuce, things like that most of the time. I'm currently listening to the audiobook It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I watched the movie It Ends With Us. It stayed pretty true to the book. So I read It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us about 2 years ago, maybe like 2.5 years ago. I remembered much of the plot of It Ends With Us. Overall, I thought the movie was really good, but I walked out of the movie not remembering a single thing about It Starts With Us. And I remember reading this like right after I read It Ends With Us. I got the audiobook. I've been listening to it. Some books I just don't want to read again with, you know, my physical eyes. So I just listen to the audiobook while I'm eating or while I'm cleaning, just doing other things. I'm about 89% of the way done with this. So I'm nearing the end. I have like about an hour. So I completely forgot about much of the premise of It Starts With Us. Like I said, the series is very heavy. It deals with domestic violence, deals with abuse between a man and a woman, and there's a complicated history. It's about this character named Lily. She falls in love with this guy named Ryle. They get married. There's a lot of abuse that happens. Lily has a complicated past. In high school, she fell in love with a guy named Atlas. Atlas was, at the time, in a very difficult situation. He was homeless. You know, it's all young love. Lily's dad beat the crap out of Alice. Lily never saw Atlas again. And then after that, they see each other for the first time when Lily and Ryle are together. Atlas sees all the abuse that Lily is going through and opens himself up to be like this safe space for Lily. Ryle and Lily get divorced. We're left off with Lily. She had a baby, and a year after she had a baby, she runs into Atlas. So that's how It Ends With Us leaves off. And then It Starts With Us starts off with the same scene, Atlas and Lily running into each other at a farmer's market type situation. They get back into contact, and it's just a very tough situation because Lily's ex-husband, he's still in her life because they share a daughter. Lily lets Ryle see the daughter, you know, a couple of times a week, and there's just a very complicated relationship and situation there. But anyways, Lily and Atlas, they fall in love again, and they actually never fell out of love. Like I said, Atlas comes from a very complicated background, home life. His mom and stepdad basically like threw him out of a house and didn't allow him to live there. And he just recently found out he has a half brother. And him and his brother, Josh, they get along really well. They form a relationship, and it's just the sweetest thing to see. That Starts With Us is a very nice book. I do like it. Listening to the audiobook does hit different. The narrator did a really good job. I have an hour left. It's gonna be a happy ending. I wonder if they're gonna make a movie out of this. All the actors did a really good job. Atlas, the actor, I think I've seen him in one other thing. It was like a completely different personality in that movie. I don't remember what it was called, but he looks completely different. So that was It Ends With Us, and I'm about to finish up It Starts With Us, and I'm still having my lunch. I had a puja at my house the other day. I have a coconut I have to break. I want to do it with a hammer. I haven't done this much in my life. Usually my dad or my mom break the coconut. We'll see how that goes. Oh, we have a crack. I don't want these to go into the sink, so I'm gonna do it actually right here. We have a crack right there. Ah, it's leaking. How do I make this less messy? It is leaking somewhere. Well, You were leaking 2 seconds ago. What happened? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm so bad at this. I just want to hit it real hard, but it is making such a huge mess. Here we go. Water. Oh no. Come on. I should have done this outside. There we go. That's more like it. Dude, this is gonna be so sticky. But I'm gonna try to just get all the water out first. Did I get it all? There's still more in there. Should I just take this outside? Here, we'll just go outside. Let me show you the mess. It's perfect. Like both of them, they're so perfect. But there's turmeric all over it, so it's yellow everywhere. So I need to clean this before it stains my counter. And also there was so much coconut water in this one. That's pretty unusual. Yep, it's kind of stained. Here. I don't know if the camera is picking up on it, but it's pretty stained all the way here. But I have this quartz and stone clean and shine thing that I use every couple of days. I'm gonna see if that's gonna get the stain out. In some angles I feel like it still looks yellow, but I don't know if it's because it's that time of day. I think it's gone. Man, nothing stresses me out more than turmeric stains, because a lot of things in my house are kind of like on the lighter side. And also my nails are this pearl color, and the puja that I had, my nails were literally stained so yellow. But luckily I have like a chrome right on top as like a top coat, which makes it look a lot more pearly, and the yellow just kind of washed right away. The inside of my nails I feel like are still yellow, especially compared to like this hand. And then also when I'm like eating food, whenever I have Indian food, there's turmeric in it, right? And I'm eating it with my hand, it always turns yellow. But it's really not a big deal. Like I really don't mind. I don't typically do nails this light, but it was for like a special event. I think I'm gonna do like a more fall color next time. So these are my own nails, and they are SNS dipping powder. And then I have chrome right on top. There's no specific shape to them. They're just like a natural shape. I guess you could say like round. It's been 2 weeks and they're growing out pretty well. I think I'm gonna go next week or the week after. I wanna see how long I can make it, because nail appointments take so long, like such a waste of time. So I try to not go as much as possible. I didn't have my nails done almost the entire summer. During the fall and winter time, I like to have them done. They make me really happy. They make me feel like I'm put together. So the book I was talking about is Obstacle is the Way, The Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumph. And this is book number 1 in The Way, the Enemy, and the Key by Ryan Holiday. So this is part of a 3-part series. Obstacle is the Way, Ego is the Enemy, Stillness is the Key. They're all by Ryan Holiday. Ryan also wrote like a whole bunch of other books that I have on my list. The Daily Stoic, that I try to read every single day. The meditations for each day of the year. That's also by Ryan Holiday. And he also has like a whole bunch of other books called like Discipline is Destiny, The Power of Self-Control, Courage is Calling, Fortune Favors the Brave. Maybe I'll make my way through them, but right now I finished The Obstacle is the Way, and I'm currently on Ego is the Enemy. So basically I have this notebook. It's just a clear notebook. I finished Obstacle is the Way, next is Ego is the Enemy. I'm just like writing down notes as I read it. So it kind of looks like this. There's things that hold us back. There's the systemic things like decaying institutions, unemployment, cost of education, technological disruption, and then there's like the individual stuff. And this all leads to fear, frustration, confusion, helplessness, depression, and anger. Whenever there are things that hold us back and we feel these kinds of emotions, what we need is cool-headedness, self-discipline, relentless drive to improve oneself through an action and practice, humility, endurance, and compassionate will. So this whole book, he uses examples from various people throughout history, such as Abraham Lincoln, John D. Rockefeller. He had a lot of coolness under pressure. He was very resilient and adaptable, calm, and brilliant. And there was a passage When one person sees a crisis, another can see opportunity. When one is blinded by success, another sees reality with rootless objectivity. Where one loses control of emotion, another can remain calm. And there's like sections called like practice objectivity, or is it up to you? Finding the opportunity, prepare to act, get moving. He also used Amelia Earhart as one of the examples, like right here, get moving. Could you do more? Yes. Could you try harder? Yes. Be aggressive, move faster, move forward. Always think with your stick forward. Other sections include practice persistence, iterate, follow the process, do your job, do it right. What's right is what works. Use obstacles against themselves. Channeling your energy, like physical looseness and mental restraint. I really like this section about will. Will is the internal power that can never be affected by the outside world. Will is placed in some situation that seems unchangeable and undeniably negative. We can turn to willpower. Learning experience, humbling experience, a chance to provide comfort to others. True will is quiet humility, resilience, and flexibility. True will has to do with surrender, then strength. And then I started Ego is the Enemy, and this is as far as I got on that. He uses a lot of examples by Marcus Aurelius. But anyways, I really like books that are just short, straight to the point, and simple, and in easy language. When I'm reading these books, I like to take notes just so I can go through it later on, or just have a collection of notes. But also I treat this as like my life work. You know, I'm reading to make a difference in myself. I'm reading to be a better person, right? This is just proof that I'm putting in the work to improve my mental health, improve my emotional health, improve in business, in my career, me as a person, me as a daughter, a friend, anything. I'm just trying to be a better version of myself every single day, and reading such books really does make me feel like I'm moving forward in a good way, if that makes sense. I love reading fiction. I love reading nonfiction. I see no difference in either of them. One is giving you direct information straight to your brain. Meanwhile, fiction is using examples of characters that are going through hardships and struggles in various situations, and showing us how these characters are getting through, how they're persevering, how they have the will, they have discipline, and they find happiness and all that. Fiction and nonfiction, I eat them both up. I'm really excited to just continue with Ego is the Enemy so that I can get to Stillness is the Key. I really enjoyed Obstacle is the Way. Ego is the Enemy is going a little bit slow. I don't think there's a problem in me starting the third book before I read the second book, but I want to write all the notes in this notebook, so that's just a little bit difficult. Currently, I'm drinking a smoothie. I'll show you. Hair wash days are big days for me because I like to deep condition my hair beforehand, and I like to leave it in for a couple hours. I actually put oil in my hair yesterday evening, and I left it in my head all night into the morning. I worked, and then in the afternoon, I washed it off, and then I broke the coconut and I made lunch, and it's been a whole day. But to get me through the day, I did make a smoothie. This has banana, spinach, pineapple, and this drink called Zoa. It's an energy drink. It has so much caffeine in it, so I don't really drink all of it at once. I have this glass jar container. I open up the Zoa. I just directly put much of the can into the glass container, and then I drink the leftover. Each can kind of lasts me like 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 servings. I already have coffee in the morning, so I feel like I don't really need that much caffeine. When I do, like right before a workout or right before I wash my hair, when I just need a little bit of extra energy, I just take a few shots of Zoa, or I just put it into my smoothie. Putting it into the smoothie is my favorite.
what's on the docket for today.
See, that's it for today. That's just a little day in my life.